Welcome to another episode of The Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Thanks, babe. We have a birthday. Here's hoping they can reach us. You know, life's finest teachers, the ones to show us how to do what must be done. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly, the nuts and bolts of flying to the sun. But who can show us where to look? How will we know what must be done? I know it's written in a million books, but we can't read every one. Some say God has a plan for every woman, child, and man, of all the things to think that might be true. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. I can't really play piano, can you? But who can show us what it meant when first a string tied to a bow? How do we find our instrument? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? prayer to get up and go out there, to know your feet can find a sacred path. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. Once you're on it, you ain't ever looking back. I have no idea how it works from where we get our gifts, but each of us, I am sure, is something nobody else is. You got this. 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 Yay! Oh, goodness. Yay! Hey, it's Beans' birthday. Woohoo! Give it up, give it up. Expect to see a lot of, we get to eat all the virtual cake we want tonight. That's one of the beautiful things about living in this imaginary world. We can eat all the cake. I'll take 3 scoops of ice cream on mine, please. Normally I say I'd love to, but tonight I'll put 4 on there. 4 big scoops of ice cream. Different flavors if you got them. Oh, look, this goat's already he's got the cake here on the porch. Thank you for bringing some cake to the party. Well, as you know, it's a new tradition that we've been doing here, having some fun with in Nathan's Land, where if you're, part of our gang in the Pillow Fort here on Discord, and then on your birthday, you get to write the set list. The request list is yours. And Beans has already submitted her wish list. And so those are my marching orders for tonight's celebration. And I'm just going to go straight down the list in order. And so, yeah, let's have some fun. Celebrate Beans. And the first song she asked for was The Older I Get. I'm going to let my beat buddy help me out a little bit here. Gonna wanna give up, gonna wanna call all in. You're gonna get so tired, you're gonna reach the end. You're gonna get picked up, the universe is your friend. You're gonna see yourself starting over again. The older I get, the more I'm sure you never know when you want some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really get to know 'em on the floor. You're gonna hate your friends, you're gonna hate your town, you're gonna go forever with no one around. Come another day, like light through a shade, surrounded by loved ones, you're gonna feel so brave. The older I get, the more I'm sure you never know when you want some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really get to know 'em on the floor. Some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really get to know 'em on the floor. You really ought to get 'em on the floor. If it was regular practice, I'd want to do that one again, one more time from the top. Oh, what happened to the window? Oh, no. Curiouser and curiouser. I feel like that happened before. I got it. I got this. No, that's not it. Oh, here we go. I don't know what button is doing that. There you go. And we're back. All right, next was Hang Your Gloves. We just met each other for the first time at High Sierra, but at this point, Beans and I go way back. There was even a stint there for a little while where we were a comedy duo. Up there, I mean, competing with some of the best in terms of ranking of comedy duo when I was doing the Surly in the Morning afternoon news. And she sort of, tech support set up the ability to enter things into the ticker that scrolled along the bottom. So it's just like, I was a puppet. I was an animated puppet reading the headlines and riffing. But across the bottom was a ticker, just like on CNN or somewhere like that, where it summed up to today's headlines and the little blurb that went across the bottom. And Beans just settled into that ticker and just crushed it the entire length of that show. And in fact, I believe the end of that show happened when she had to go back to work. That was like, all right, that's it. I can't carry all this by myself. Highly recommended. If you ever go down and watch some of those Surly in the Morning afternoon news, it's a nice little time and history and, with the headlines, the further you get away from them, the more interesting it is and sometimes fun to remember what it was like back then, whatever. But if you ever check those out, pay particular attention to the words in the ticker. No one wants to hear what I have to say, so cover your ears as I say it anyway. I don't want your tears, I want you to stay right here as I go this way. My body is heady now, my toenails brown, my belly's already in a bar downtown. I still have ideas, I just don't write them down, or if I do, I dig another hole in the ground. If you don't hang your gloves, you're gonna get beat. It ain't gonna be pretty if you can't take the hill retreat. Fight gravity if you will, but there's no way to cheat, and nobody's still on top of the heap. Standing in my betters in cigarette smoke, cutting into letters every word I spoke back when life was fighting and death was a joke. Now I circle the wagon round a bruise I poke. Turns out if I might have been wise when young, it was by accident quite, and then only by tongue. Wasn't wisdom, 'twas faith that sang what I sung. My glory was a fool's glory comes undone. And if you don't hang your gloves, you're gonna get beat. It ain't gonna be pretty if you can't take the hill retreat. Fight gravity if you will, but there's no way to cheat, and nobody's still on top of the heap. Innocent, even if I was not. I loved naive, I believed what I thought, but I never thought a single truth about age. I knew not, no, I was writing the page. So I wrote, someday I'm gonna be a wise old sage. I had no idea then, I have no idea today. Now if you don't hang your gloves, you're gonna get beat. It ain't gonna be pretty if you can't take the hill retreat. Fight gravity if you will, but there's no way to cheat, and nobody's still on top of the heap. Fight gravity if you will, but there's no way to cheat, and nobody's still on top of the heap. Woo, fun call. Oh, all right. The lottery on piano. I did try this last night, try to get ahead of the curve. There's actually 2 requests here on the piano in a row, the lottery and then Red Sky. I had a whole incident happen down here earlier today. I was just mucking around the studio, doing what I do, and realized that the stand for my clarinet that's over here, you can't really see it, but I have it sort of nailed into the piano just to keep it from accidentally falling over. But the little U-shaped thing that I had hammered into it had come undone and was loose. So I went and got the hammer and I came over and I started hammering on, hold on, hammering it in. My coffee was sitting here on the piano stool, and all of a sudden this Pioneer Snail. What's going on, Pep? It's a different noise than she usually makes. This Pioneer Snail just went and fell off. And for a second, I was just like, oh no, it's because it's this. Oh, she's just squiggling. You see her? She's saying happy birthday, Beans. It's all glass, and this is a concrete floor. And I was like, oh no. And for a split second, but it all happened in slow motion. And it came and just hit the keys and then plopped right into my coffee. I pulled it out. I was like, oh, good. Glad it went there. And then I went and washed it off and put it back. And then, like an idiot, like I am like this, I just drank the coffee anyways. And after a little while, I was like, oh my God, I can taste the dust. I can taste the dust. So I dumped it out, started over. And my day began anew. I need a new soapbox. My old one broke. Did I get too heavy? Or was the old one a joke? I was pointing my finger, thinking no one could see. If they was looking where I was pointing, they weren't looking at me. I was right about the moon, though. I was wrong about the heart. Couldn't see my shadow. I was living in the dark. Glad I didn't make it big. Whoa, they would have called it art. And then I wouldn't have had this fresh start. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad the Lord has mercy. I'm glad the Lord has mercy. Now I need a new suit, one you'd wear to a ball, not in front of a judge or to a funeral. One that fits right, lets me breathe. You can make it bright white, I'll be keeping it clean. I just keep on thinking of those poor pioneers, made it all the way to the coast, paced till they built a pier. They kept on building till they couldn't touch down. Where those poor pioneers, they sank and drowned. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad the world has beauty. I'm glad the world has beauty. Ain't it all so strange? Like living in a circus where lions tamed are singing in the chorus. I changed my name, wound up in a forest all riddled with shame. I'd done none of it for us. I'd probably been wicked if I had been king, or made unseeable by some magic ring. I'm not saying I'm evil, don't even think I'm mean, but even ordinary men might have to be redeemed. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad I'm not the only. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only. And I'm glad the world has beauty. And I'm glad the Lord has mercy. And I'm glad I never won the lottery. Woo, that was way harder than I thought it was going to be. I got to admit, I just sat down and made sure I could remember the chords on the piano. But then once I got into it, I was hearing all kinds of ideas, arrangement ideas, stuff I can't do yet. Little syncopated rhythms. It was all inspired by the occasion. I stretched outside of my abilities. Just for you. Yeah, that might be part of the theme. Like, ooh, he really went where he couldn't go. In your honor. What was next? Oh yeah, Red Sky on piano. On brand. We're still on brand here, folks. This is a practice for beans, not a show. You can't say yes if you can't say no. You can't sit still and watch them grow. How are you? You're looking down, what's up? Been drinking fire from a purple cup. The moon is in Venus, but Venus is inside, giving all the lonely ones their reason to hide, and banging on the bins in the alley of the sods, and hanging from the limbs in the valley of the gods. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Sand through a drinking glass, all eyes for two, watching two get married and turn the sky to blue. Inside and outside, birds are flying far, this way to the Bowery boys. Ready your scars. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. Yeah, fun. The next request was for Quana, and I recorded a version just last night, but I changed it. My nephew was over here Saturday. We all watched the Alone finale together. New tradition with my brother and his wife and their kids. We watched the whole season independently. We get together and cook a big feast that's on theme. So this one, this season of Alone was down in Africa, and the only thing we saw them eat was like warthogs and catfish. So I cooked up some catfish, and Joe brought some boar sausage, and we did it. But at one point we were outside, and Elliott smelled a flower, and it all went up his nose. So Kethra started talking to Elliott, like, you know, your uncle Nathan has a song about that. And Elliott was like, I know that song. Not sure if he did or didn't, but I recorded this and sent it to him today. Changed Quana to Elliott. Maybe I'll do that version now. Funkyfoot says, I saw Dead South last night. It was fun. Not quite as energetic as I thought it would, but I dig the banjo player. I was wondering if that was a movie or what. Cool band, huh? All right. You had me at cool banjo player. Elliott smells a flower, goes looking for that flower, just wants to be where such a flower grows. So he climbs down his tower, and there's a little shower, but he doesn't mind, it feels good on his toes. He crosses over the river, he crosses over the road, he crosses over, walks along the garden road. To the lady he does give her a smile and a nod. He says, I'll bring you back the flower, I suppose. The kind lady looks as strange, but there's no time to explain. He crosses over several other meadows, and when he can go no longer, the scent is even stronger, the most beautiful anyone knows. So he lies down and leaves, to sleep he believes, and dream of boxes with bows. In the morning he sees, awake he believes, that flower growing out of his nose. That flower growing out of his nose. All right, Banjo baby, you're going to like this next request. The request was for mouse, but on the banjo. So I'll wave my magic wand here, and the guitar becomes a banjo. Look at that. Ta-da! Oh, goodness. I think I should check the tuning. Sorry, that's pretty bad form. I did play it earlier today to make sure I could play mouse on it, and it was in tune with itself. So I got fooled. It's not in tune with the harmonica. One night a mouse come listen to me playing, One night a mouse come listen to me playing, He's thinking about leaving, now he's thinking about staying, He went out and got himself a fiddle, He went out and got himself a fiddle, When he plays it, he dances a little, I got a shot glass, he got a thimble, I got a shot glass, he got a thimble, Together we down a gal and a ripple, We play our little tune, it goes. We play our little tune, it goes. And goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. One night my wife come running in the room, One night my wife come running in the room, Stomping her feet and swinging a broom, She said, this gotta stop, this is our house, She said, this gotta stop, this is our house, It's probably lucky for me she didn't see the mouse, I did want to get better on the banjo for your birthday, but there just wasn't enough time. Wasn't enough time. That is I've had that banjo now for a long time. The Amusement was on tour. God, what would that be? It was like 20-some years ago or something. And just bought it on a whim from some music store. I picked it up and I was like, I'd never played a banjo or anything, but immediately like something came out of it that was neat to me. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't have enough to really buy it, so the band lent me the money. Everybody chipped in and got me that banjo. And if you look at it really closely, it has the autographs of every banjo player I met for the next few years when I was running around with it. It has Yonder Mountains banjo player, even Mark Vaughn, who passed away from Leftover Salmon, and Bela Fleck, and all kinds of people. Hey, Darkzar, welcome to practice. It's Beans' birthday, so it's her set list tonight, and her next request is Hard Times, a loopy version. All right, let's see what happens. Hard times ain't just some old folk song. Hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh no, hard times is still going on. Thanks to the cheap walls of some of these motels, I hear these conversations, some of which I never would retell. Oh, but it doesn't feel that far away when you hear somebody yell, go to hell. I asked the weatherman and he didn't know what was up. Yeah, the boss man told the doorman, sorry man, we can't pay you to keep it shut. Just then the optimist chimed in and said, hey, at least we got this half-empty cup. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh, no, hard times, they still going on. Oh, Fanny and Freddie were sweethearts. Oh, Lord, how they could love. They had quite a fling until the night King Midas lost his touch. After that, everything King Midas touched just stayed the way it was. Now we got pirates in the ocean, we got pirates in the AIG. I got 3 friends in prison, count them, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can say there's justice, just don't say it to me. I know hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh no, hard times, they're still going on. I said this song would ever end. Down at the food line last night, they was having a sale on ham. I stood in line waiting on mine, I swear, behind 5 other men. One was young, had a minimum wage job. One was about to retire, just got laid off. One had 2 kids, they was running around laughing and carrying on. Well, we all knew hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Hard times ain't just some old folks song. Hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh no, hard times, they still going on. Woo! All right, I went for it. Not holding anything back. Hope you're getting that, at least that much. I just, on these birthday shows, I just want to play the best versions of all time. I hope you guys live to be very old, so that dream can come true someday. All right, cheers, folks. Our glass is empty, but we are not done here. No, sir, not by any stretch of the imagination. We got a couple more to go here. Next request was turn this ship around. Let's go. Let's do it. Everybody ready? We got to go that way. Everybody pull it. Don't, if half of us go that way and the other half go this way, we're just going to, be right back where we started. We have to all pull the same direction. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I pulled in to the harbor, so fast I ran aground. Now thanks to the rising flood waters, I can turn this ship around. 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 It's a once you've gone away for a long time, time speeds up when you're slowing down. It's not true what they say, but they ain't lying. I can turn this ship around. 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 It's a hard pill to swallow, with nothing to wash it down. Nothing, no one to follow. I can turn this ship around. 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 Everybody! I can turn this ship around. 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 Yay! Y'all sounded great. We are on our way to Carnegie Hall. Sounding like that, we'll get there sooner. You were the maid of paper boy, always in the rain. Brilliant running ink, your shoes were always stained. You played the cuckoo bird, you thought to hide the pain, but we all hung on every word, and in a way you kept us sane. Whatever's clever, man, you left me far behind. Like the tortoise and the hare, I've just been taking my time, but now you're already there. Across the finish line, probably singing one to Jesus, trying to score some wine. Now no one will know inside you had a star, and I hope I go wherever you are. Experience of innocence, the screaming blades of grass, the temptation of madness in your songs you'd always ask, is this my only choice? With that sky-crashing voice as your fingers led on, there was more to the song that you said we wouldn't understand, even if we did, even if we were a little wiser, and you were just a little kid. Still you were right when you said the things you said, The best is unknowable, the mystery is dead. Now no one will know. Inside you had a star, and I hope I go. Come out, wherever you are. Looking for you in Eureka, California, wondering if you'd hopped a bus or were just curled up somewhere. And you lied right where I found you. You said hours didn't pass by. You said you didn't disappear. You said I didn't need to cry. Then you apologized beneath the Portland dusk, pulled me aside and asked me for my trust. And I looked you in the eye, and I looked at you with love. It was the last time we spoke, man. Things were looking up. Now no one will know. Inside you had a star, and I hope I go. Yeah, no one will know. Inside you had a star, and I hope I go. Come out, wherever you are. Yay! So I'm sure you guys have gathered at this point. When we do play Carnegie Hall, one of your part is come out. However you want to do it. But y'all are the come outs. I'm just going to play it straight. I hope I go. Come out, wherever you are. So let me know if we need to go through it again, if we need to go back. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Beans, thank you so much for everything. I mean, gosh, how far do we go back at this point? One thing that's so fun about this this live streaming that we've been doing since at least the pandemic is in so many ways we're all putting on a show together for everybody. Everybody else, everything that's going on in the window, and coming up with fun requests and fun ideas in the chat. It's sort of like the hippie fiasco rides again. We had this. Liz made this great sign around the camera that we were live streaming from that said it's your show too, with a big lemon on it. And I love all of y'all, especially Beans, that have embraced that and stepped up in so many ways over the years to make that mean more than I ever imagined it could. And still to this day, full of surprises. I love it. Happy birthday, Beans. Appreciate you. Her final request was a multiple choice, and I think I'm going for Shining Like Sunlight. We are falling, but can aspire. We can go for what's out of reach, and we might just get lucky, and the stretching is something, at least. We are dreamers on pillowed clouds, It's too much trouble to look down. There's a madman wailing out there. There's a rational fear of clowns. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. We are empty, overflowing. We are broken, stronger than before. Oh, I might not know where I'm going, but I'm not going back no more. We are not just mother or father. We are not just son or daughter. We are also the great blue heron, standing tall in the shallow water. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Yeah, if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Oh, so fun. Great set list. Thank you, Beans. Thank you, everybody. I will be back tomorrow night like clockwork. You can set your geyser to me. Sync up your sundial. Looking forward to it. Y'all keep up the good work out there now. Give them heaven. Show mercy. Be silly. Be honest. Always trust your cape. You got this. We got this. I'll keep practicing. Bye. just your friend, you're gonna see yourself starting over again. The older I get, the more I'm sure you never know when you want some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really get to know them on the floor.